Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action. Yeah, I got a smile on my face. It's kind of genuine, but these are some genuinely fantastic options that I've used before in the past. We'll get into the reasons exactly why I'm bringing them back as I reduce my size, as I often do. Let's see. I think that's feeling pretty good tonight. Oh, pretty close. Some nights have been worse, though. Okay. Ancient Imperiosaur and Topiary Stomper. Why Topiary Stomper? Things were feeling a little bit not so smooth. Not having Topiary Stomper, just getting to 4 lands. If I can see 3, I play this, I get to 4. And hopefully 2 of those 4 lands are Sunken Citadel here, tapping for 2 green or 2 red to also help Castle Garenbrig. So we'd have Sunken Citadel, it taps for 2 green, Castle Garenbrig, and then 2 other lands. We can make 4 mana with those 3 lands, then Castle Garenbrig to make that 6 green. Oh, love it. So Topiary Stomper, play it with 3 lands, get to 4. Ooh, beautiful. But just smoothing things out. But I wasn't using Topiary because I figured I probably can't jam in enough basics to make Topiary Stomper work. I could have, maybe 4. But when I've had 4 or 5 even, I'm either drawing some basic lands, the opponent destroys one of my non-basic lands, and then I have to search for a basic. And then I play Topiary Stomper a couple of times, and there have been some instances where there is no basic land to grab, and that is just absolutely devastating. So I up it past 4 to 6. A good chance if I can draw some, and then I play some Topiary Stompers. I should usually always have at least 1 to grab. It would be very rare to run out 8 basic lands with just Topiary Stomper. I think that would be a little bit overkill, and it would just make things a little bit less consistent. The problem could be sources of red for Otepic Huntmaster, though, unfortunately. We'll see how it goes. We only have Mountain, 2, 1 Carplucent Forest, actually, which is quite nice. And Stomping Ground. 7 sources of red for Huntmaster. We'll see. Cavern of Souls we could name Human, which would get us a source of red for Huntmaster, or Sunken Citadel. We could choose red, and that could certainly be a very reasonable thing. It taps for 2 mana. It's 1 land that gets us 2 mana closer for Castle Garenbrig, but hopefully it is green, because the other 2 lands that I need for its ability, those would have to be green if this was red, which could be a little bit rough. If Cavern of Souls was one of those other 2 lands, I would only be able to make 1 green. If it was, say, Cavern, Stomping Ground, that could be a little problematic, but that's alright. And yes, Ancient Imperiosaur. Basically, Ancient Imperiosaur is kind of switching out Bonehoard Dracosaur, but a little bit at the same time Earthshaker Dreadmaw. But mostly Bonehoard Dracosaur, which, is very good. Fantastic card advantage, fantastic body, being 5/5, flying, and first strike. But needing that 2 red was getting to be a little bit rough at times. Ancient Imperiosaur, it could come down as a 10/10, a 12/12, even bigger than that. Again, because all creatures in the deck are ramped for this. They can tap to reduce its cost, make it bigger. That's what I want to see. I imagine I should be able to play Ancient Imperiosaur easier than Bonehoard Dracosaur with all of these. I mean, Hulking Raptor, again, helps to cast Ancient Imperiosaur by 3. 1 being the creature, 2 with the mana. Oh, it is lovely stuff. I think that's going to be good. 1 of these is like 2 Dracosaurs, in a sense. Ancient Imperiosaur is protected a little bit. Hopefully that means it lasts until it comes around to our turn. Bonehoard Dracosaur could easily enough be just straight up killed, unfortunately. But I like this often enough. It's double the power and toughness of that. Even though it doesn't have flying, it's got trample and just a massive body that I can appreciate. And of course it always helps get Topiary Stomper a little bit more value. And before we get to 7 lands, we search for a basic land which helps get closer to Ancient Imperiosaur with mana. But Topiary Stomper itself, tapping this to make it bigger. And Palanni's Hatcher, which is only 1 copy. I might increase it to, well, a few more, because it makes 3 bodies in 1. Even though Marauding Raptor takes out those eggs, just multiple bodies. The more bodies, the better to convoke for this, to make it bigger, and chances are attacking that very same turn, because Regisaur Alpha, Palanni's Hatcher, and Otepka Master could be giving Ancient Imperiosaur haste. Oh. Absolutely, Rodrigo. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. You might be thinking, oh, Ancient Imperiosaur, it fills up that spot with Tyrannix Rex and Carnage Tyrant, because it is roughly the same, cost 7, but it's like an earlier dinosaur. It costs that much, but you could have it, in between Hulking Raptor and maybe Xenagos. Maybe think of it as a mana value of 5. I would imagine there's at least 2 creatures sticking around here. And keep in mind, 1 Hunt Master or 1 Marauding reduces Ancient Imperiosaur by 2. The cost reduction plus the creature itself. So, that right there would easily help us get it down. Maybe just the turn before a Carnage Tyrant or a T-Rex. Good to smooth things out. Play this, then we have enough to play that. Something along those lines. It's going to be lovely, big, massive, and absolutely devastating. Sideboard-wise, nothing too fancy tonight. Rampaging Ferocidon. Still in to hate against the Life Gain Explorer deck with Amalia Benavides. Whenever I gain Life Explorer and she gets bigger, and eventually she gets to 20 power with the Wild Growth Walker and destroys all other creatures, and then she attacks with 20 power, kills you in one single hit. Not fun, but it's based on gaining life, so Rampaging, shut it down. Roiling Vortex, Discover combo, and Life Gain, shut it down. We'll see what happens with the bans on Monday, but for now, I'm just going to keep those things in, really just to help hate against it. And Tranquil Frillback, the mainstay as always, do a bunch of stuff. Damping Sphere, Mono Green Devotion, also Discover combo. They're casting stuff, multiple things, and each time they cast, it's going to be more and more expensive. Basically, they could pretty much not be able to cast anything. If they've completely tapped out for Geological Appraiser, the next spell that they would try to cast for free would actually cost 1, and well, they're tapped out. They couldn't play it, which would be actually kind of hilarious. Hopefully that happens. Either way, Damping Sphere help to shut things down. Roiling Vortex, we just play the thing and we get them. And maybe Damping Sphere would be a little bit better. It is an artifact. I don't need that source of red. And the source of red from Roiling Vortex could be a little bit hard to come by. Although Damping Sphere would hurt us as well. If we're playing multiple dinos in a turn, sometimes it is exactly perfect. Tapping for 7 mana, I play Regisaur Alpha for 5. And then I have enough total reduction to play Ghalta for 2, a total of 7. But if I had Damping Sphere, Ghalta would cost 3. I would be held off and hurt and not be able to play the Queen because she would cost just 1 more. Sadly, well, that's too bad. Or I could just have so much total reduction, total power, that even if Ghalta costs more than 10, she still would cost 2, which would be actually pretty good. Definitely, yeah. I don't know. Tap for 2 or more mana. I'll have to check that out. I just haven't really used Damping Sphere, but good point, Rodrigo. Interesting. We'll see if it hurts, or if we see Damping Spear and Castle Garenbrig as well. If that is the case, and I definitely think it is, but I just want to confirm it, I don't think I'll use Damping Sphere too much more. I've just never honestly run into that interaction. And oh, I almost forgot. Kogla and Yadaro hiding at the bottom. Just another little bit of interaction, potentially fighting a creature, or just having trample and haste, or destroying an artifact or enchantment. I say we jump right into it. The game plan is the same. Get a lot of mana, play those big scary dinos, and hopefully,
grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Yeah, hopefully get revenge against this guy. Okay, what? Not the festival. Never mind. Back at traditional. Okay, we're off to the races. But yes, I did just finish the Immortal Sun Festival. Definitely all you guys should do it. Happening, I think, for about 5 days. 2,500 gold to enter. If you can get to 5 wins, that 5th win is the alternate art Cavern of Souls, which I was desperately waiting for. I was messing up with the original art of Cavern and Sunken Citadel, very similar, but now with the extended art of Cavern of Souls, I won't be making that mistake again. I hope. They're definitely different enough. Guevira. Sounds like a cheese. Oh, I don't even have to think about that. Look, a bunch of lands, a bunch of ramp, and it could be overkill ramp. That's also why I'm kind of worried about Topiary Stomper. It's nice to smooth things out, but sometimes it's too much of stuff. Too much mana and not enough payoff. This has happened before. Hulking Raptor, of course, is very efficient, getting me 2 ahead, 2 green. But it is nice in these instances with Thoughtseize. We just get stuff. We stick it. If we have lots of early plays, we'll eventually get something down. Hopefully they don't have another one. Oh boy. Okay, not too bad. We got Topiary Stomper, and that is absolutely divine. That's really going to help continue powering things out. We've got 6 mana with Castle Garenbrig, and you can already see right here. What did I say? I could draw a bunch of basics, play Topiary Stomper, and I might be running low. I'm currently looking at 4 of the 6 basics already, and I'm only 11 cards into the deck. Crazy. But Hulking Raptor, getting a little bit flooded here. Still 22 lands. That's okay. At the very least, we should be getting to 7. Basically guaranteed. We're not blocking Glissa, that's for sure. Maybe they play Shieldred. Of course, Shieldred does have... Okay. Interesting. Well, they can make... Okay, it doesn't matter. Whoops. Yeah, that's why I use Trainix Rex as much as possible, because before I could easily enough play them. But here, I'm spoiled with all the mana I have access to. Yeah, good luck. 8 power. I didn't attack with Hulking Raptor. They had a source of green. They could have got Scavenging Ooze to 3 power, and they would have traded with Hulking Raptor. Hulking doesn't have trample, so damage would not have continued on through. Lord Skitter? Well, looks like we might be crushing them pretty good. As you can see, boatloads of mana. That's too bad, but at least we turn on Topiary Stomper. That's where it's at. Oh, look at that Cavern of Souls. Oh, just marvel. That art is absolutely fantastic. Okay. Glissa Sunslayer. Basically, we're in a holding pattern. Glissa Sunslayer has first strike, so she would just block Trainix Rex. Trainix Rex would just die. Nothing would happen. Glissa hits first. Do I want to wait? If I attack with Hulking, it would trade with any of their stuff. Topiary Stomper would also trade. They don't have any creatures. No creatures. Scavenging Ooze cannot get to 5 power. And I like that. Glissa has to block Tyrannix Rex. Now, I say we do it. We'd just be in a holding pattern anyways. We'll get this trade out of the way. Scavenging Ooze gone. Lord Skitter, maybe. Parker, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Oftentimes a little bit rough against a deck like this. Golgari Midrange. Lots of lovely creatures, Death Touch, and removal. But I think we could get them. Hopefully. Also a Dread Knight. That is a good addition from the wilds of Eldraine. Okay, we got 3 bodies. Lord Skitter and Mosswood Dread Knight can block, but those rats, they cannot. Just keep chipping away. I think that should be good. Hopefully we draw a big body, and there certainly is enough big bodies that, well, there's a very good chance. 1 Carnage Taunt, could be Ancient Imperiosaur, Galta. Galta would certainly do the trick, although Glissa Sunslayer certainly would block. Oh, this is getting painful. Okay, not too bad. There she is, the queen, but it doesn't make sense to attack, unfortunately. We just basically sit back and wait until Galta gets killed. Glissa Sunslayer is the absolute bane of, well, our existence. Okay, that's probably going to do us in, unfortunately. Yeah. Sacrifice a creature. That's not fun. We'll wait and see what we draw next turn, but mostly it's done for. If we could give Galta double strike, that would be a pretty nice thing. We would at least trade with Glissa, or they would just concede. Nah, it just sucks sometimes. There's not much you can do. Sunken Citadel, not going to be helping us out. Nah. Yeah, that's alright, that's alright. But Coglan Yadaro, really the only way to take out Glissa. Yeah, something that deals 3 damage at least. I could sprinkle in more interaction, but I think we'll beat him up. We'll bash him. Good enough. Do I want to bring in Roiling Vortex? Not so much. Not a whole lot of life gain, although maybe the rat tokens with Lord Skitter could be good. A lot of little creatures entering the battlefield, rampaging, pinging, and also stopping the life gain from Shieldred, but it also hurts us as well. It would be very painful playing Palani's Hatcher with rampaging out, taking 3 damage. Ouch. It is strong, absolutely. I do love a good Embercleave, Tamer Battle Rage, various things that give your stuff double strike. Man, the Xenagos. It doubles a creature's power plus X, power and toughness. Just doesn't give double strike. Nah, let's do 1 Coglan Yadaro. I like it. Okay. We have 1 fight effect. Certainly a little bit light. Sometimes I do get caught out by the odd Glissa here and there. If we get a Great Henge, bash them in, play a bunch of creatures. So much overwhelming power that it doesn't matter if they have a Glissa. This hand certainly is the keeper of keepers. Big time. Bunch of lands, Castle Garenbrig, Cavern of Souls, beautiful stuff. And a tapped land, which is very nice. That should mean, hopefully, well, at least we get to play Topiary Stomper. Maybe a Fatal Push on Hunt. Okay, good. They don't have 2 black. Ooh, phew. Shieldred's Edict is Perfectly fine by me. Topiary Stomper getting us to 6 green next turn. Because we have this Cavern of Souls, we'll be at 5. Oh, I must admit, I've missed this interaction, and it is a good point. I didn't use Topiary Stomper because I want to feel what it's like not using something that I know is good. I know is proven. There you go. Mosswood Dread Knight, let's do it. Get it out of the way. Make them spend money on this guy. Replay him, potentially. Something like that. I imagine the token easily could have been killed. Regis or Alpha, kind of rough. We still can get Ancient Imperiosaur, even if Topiary Stomper went away, but it's not. And we won't be at 7. So at the very least, Ancient Imperiosaur is going to enter as an 8/8. And that is great. It might seal the opponent's fate. Pretty good. Pretty good. We tap 5 lands for an 8/8 trample or 2. Oh, look at that. Oh, they don't even have enough power to take him out, and they don't have a Death Toucher. And we got the Queen. That is the dream. Got to remember to play Karplusen though and get 7 lands. Sometimes I hold the land back to bluff, but it's the 7th land, and yeah, that's kind of rough. We'll take out Lord Skitter. That could be the most problematic potentially. No Glissa. Don't do it. Ugh. If Rankle attacks, we have to sacrifice Ancient Imperiosaur. That's okay by me. They only have 1 mana. They can't take Galta out, which is very nice indeed. Mosswood Dread Knight does have to block to save themselves. Good. If they try to replay Mosswood Dread Knight with its ability... No, the first part of Mosswood Dread Knight, they lose 1 life. I think overall they might just lose, I hope. There you go. Boom. Done. I don't know if they forgot about that they were going to go down like that. Okay, we'll keep it as is. Hopefully I don't have to mulligan, but everything did go well, at least. We stuck the Topiary. If they use removal on Topiary, we've already got that benefit. Getting the basic land. Waste something. Shieldred's Edict. It's always very funny when they do that, because, well, it is basically a waste. And it would be a waste to send that hand away, because it looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, another Restless Cottage. I like it. It's probably a bit of removal sprinkled in here or there. No removal. There is no... Oh, Lillian of the Vale. That's okay. Now -2. Oh, that's alright. We'll get him. Yeah. Topiary Stomper. Get to 5 lands next turn. Beautiful. Maybe they use removal on it. Maybe they don't. Lillian of the Vale making us discard 1 thing. Maybe we have to discard 2 if they've got a Thoughtseize in their hand. Not too bad. I might just get rid of Galta because it could be rough getting to her. But I want to keep Xenagos. That's a tough one. If I have 5 lands, I can get Galta. Routing for 2, the second one for 1. A total of 3 has been used. I'm left with 2. Galta is fully reduced. Xenagos, nice. Nice. 1 Marauding. I think we can still get the Queen. Not that. Not that one. Okay. Okay, that's alright. Kind of like Regisaur. We've got to play something. I'll use up all available mana, get some bodies down, not bother attacking. For sure. Maybe Liliana's going to go her -2. Then I'll get rid of oh my goodness. That is so painful. I had to get rid of something that was not being any use to me. Good, good. Oh! I must have another one to replay, or extinction event, or something. Don't know why they would do that. Pieces of removal, who knows? Okay, Marauding for 2, Galta for 2, Xenagos for 4. I can't do that. I would like to go Xenagos. That's just not possible. Yeah, now let's do it. I was thinking of Xenagos this turn, but let's get the queen down. They're going to use removal on maybe not Galta. Maybe this will win us the game. Okay. Okay, we didn't. No haste. No haste. That's all right. They did everything they could to stop her. Hopefully, Liv, you can do it. Oh, still attacking. Another Glissa, perhaps. Okay. What do they got up their sleeve? Well, we'll play it. We'll hope for the best. We'll hope they don't have removal for Galta, but I'm pretty sure they do. They must. Go over the throat. It is good. Where's that Carnage Tyrant or T-Rex when you need it? Anything we play at this point is going to be devastating. Hasty. Love it. Huntmaster, I mean, it's kind of nice, I guess. We'll not attack. We'll hold off. We're into the point of the staring contest again. Making the Restless Cottage, that's okay. We could double block. Oh, everybody is attacking. Interesting. Well, I'll wait. I'm fine with that. Down to 1. Oh, each player loses 1 life until... I forgot about that part of Rankle. It's actually been quite some time since I've faced them. I would have blocked with the token at the very least. Still a good time. Rough. Rough all around though. We bashed them in pretty good though. It is nice, I must admit, seeing a bunch of lands, more lands more often than last night, but that can just be chalked up to variance. You might have a bad streak, you might be feeling bad because of it, but just keep chugging through. You'll get a bunch of good games and matches to offset that. Maybe perhaps you don't, and that could indicate something is off with whatever deck you're using, but still, try and get a good sample size, as big as possible, before making too many changes. Boom, boom, boom. Warrior's Dawn. Huh. Something black related again, I bet. Beautiful stuff. Oh, yeah. Instant Keeper. That could really help get Ancient Imperiosaur. Super good. Super quick. 2 of them. Love it. Sunken Citadel as well. Okay, okay. Here goes nothing. This is going to be explosive. Okay. Interesting. Mono green devotion, perhaps? Something like that. Ah, Bard class. I think it's Bard class. Well, this is going to be absolutely devastating. We get to go with Marauding for 1, Hulking for 2. The absolute best opening we could possibly hope for. Doesn't happen that often, but hey, we're going to smack him for 5. On turn 3 with haste. Whew. Whew. An Ancient Imperiosaur next. Oh, okay, okay. We're not dead yet, but the opponent may be next turn. Oh, pretty much. Pretty much. We get to go Topiary for 2. For free, kind of. Oh. Now the question becomes, certainly tapping Topiary, but I want to attack with Marauding and Hulking. Yeah, 8 is big enough. I would tap one of those other creatures, but I would lose out on too much damage. I would only gain 2 counters with Ancient Imperiosaur, but I would lose out on a potential 5 damage from Hulking or 6 damage from Marauding. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Hopefully they don't kill us this turn, but Bard class of course can, there we go. There we go. Got him. Whew. We know what it is. Tranquil Frillback. Bring it in. We don't have instant speed enchantment destruction, which is ideal for Bard class. When they level it up to level 2, legendary spells you cast cost a red and a green less to cast, and sometimes that means certain legendary spells are free, or they only cost 1 of any color. It's very painful. You guys may have seen me face it before, but if you wait while that trigger is on the stack, when they level it up, while it's waiting to resolve, you take out that enchantment. They've paid that mana, and then they're just sitting there. They're tapped out, likely, and, well, you get them. You get them. So wait for that specific moment. It could be extra painful. It could be very painful for us. We got fortunate. They didn't have any source of red with those Plaza of Heroes. Gallia of the Endless Dance, she had to block to save themselves. If she had lived, Plaza of Heroes would have been able to tap for a red or a green, and they would have been able to level it up. Oh, Coglan Yadaro, actually, what am I thinking? That's what I want to do. How could I forget? Tranix Rex, let's trim it. And a Carnage Tart. Trim a bit at the top. It's going to be fast. It could be all over before we get to playing the big things. Pretty greedy, yeah. It either all comes together and you die, or it doesn't, I think. Tranquil Frillback, absolutely. Plenty of lands, maybe a little bit too many lands, looking at 5, but, I mean, it could be worse. I could be staring at 2 lands in Tranquil Frillback, and I still might have kept that. Pretty much our best chance with this particular variation, though. If I don't get something for 2, I'll go with the other Sunken Citadel. Ugh, Targ. Okay, no Bard class. This is good. I'm liking the looks. Yeah. A little bit too much lands at this point, but... Ooh, and a Domri. No Bard class. Interesting. That's alright. Next turn we can make 6 green. We can play Carnage Tarns. What? I did trim a few Carnage Tarns. Ooh. We might just die from their aggression, unfortunately. I don't really want to play Tranquil Frillback, but we're getting pretty low at this point. Huh. You know what? Let's play it. Gain some life. We have a creature that can block, trade with somebody, or just deter aggression. We just have to hope they don't play Bard class coming up. Yeah. Or they have removal. Okay. Beseiju, that's not too bad. I gotta search for any lands. I'm fine with that. And hopefully Galta next turn. Xenagos doubling Galta, that certainly would pack a punch. That's alright, that's alright. We got a lovely thing to try. Okay, fighting. Pretty good. We would take somebody out. Huh. Okay. Something big. Regisaur Alpha, Planes Hatcher. Well, that's not going to do it, unfortunately. But I'll still play the Xenagos, because you never know what we're going to draw. Could help. Or they just play some creature with haste, and yeah, you get flooded every now and then, unfortunately. I did forget about Targnar. That does pack a punch. Ugh. Ooh, too many lands. Okay. Keep it like that. I was thinking of maybe upping Carnage Town. They have a little bit of interaction with the fighting from Draw Me, but for the most part it's just legendary creatures that are red and green. And then they do a mean amount of damage. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, love it. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff indeed. Sunken Citadel, we need a source of red. Verotepic Huntmaster. Cavern of Souls is the only land that can enter untapped on turn 2. So that we have 2 mana and can do this. That's going to be good. Okay, still just a Targnar. Good. My question becomes, do I like Castle Garenbrig or Sunken Citadel? We don't have a forest yet. We don't have any green for Castle Garenbrig's abilities, so I say it just has to be that Sunken. Get another Huntmaster, maximize the cost reduction, and possibly play Regis or Alpha for 2 next turn. Or we lose 1 Huntmaster, but that would mean they're open when they attack with Targnar, and I'd be okay with that. Oh, they don't. But we got Stomping Ground. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Take 2. Routing for 1. Regisaur for 3. That's pretty good. Doesn't get much better than that. Man. Maximum aggression. The token guaranteed to take out Domri. But do I want to also take out Targnar? That's the question. Yeah, let's do it. Do as much damage as possible. I like it. Oh, they almost made the mistake. They almost didn't realize that 1 damage would continue through. We would have taken out Targnar and Domri. Man, that would have been good. Ancient Imperiosaur next turn would be... Okay, not Ancient Imperiosaur. And not a creature. Creature, you can do it. I certainly have enough. Okay. Hey, we got a creature. And we got 7 lands. We can start attacking with Topiary Stomper at least. Hopefully they don't have another Storm's Wrath, so I get a little bit of benefit from Topiary. A Tranquil Throwback at some point could be pretty fantastic. I wonder what they're looking at. Boseiju to take out Sunken Citadel. It doesn't matter at this point, we have more than enough lands. So I'm just happy that they're helping me thin out the deck. Slightly, ever so slightly, increasing the chance that I'm going to see something that isn't a land coming up. No Bard class. Let's do it. Oh, the Great Henge. That is pretty great. And hope there's no more Boseiju. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. Hopefully they don't have anything that does instant speed damage. Ooh, they got nothing. I like it. Gain a bunch of life from the Great Henge, might as well. Hopefully a creature next turn. You can do it. Let's pop off at least once tonight with the Great Henge. It doesn't always happen, but certainly makes for some very nice turns. Oh, we got Ancient Imperiosaur. I won't tap Topiary Stomper though. Actually, I'll make sure I use Castle Garenbrig's ability. I could do it Castle Garenbrig's ability twice. I'm not going to do that. I'll save quite a few sources of red, just depending what I draw. They had another Boseiju. Is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Painful. Okay, we're going to trade with Targnar. They got 4. Are they going to do it? They won't. Interesting. Huh. Well, at least we got Ancient Imperiosaur. That's going to strike fear into him. Ruby Daring Tracker. That's not too big. Not too worried about that. Just keep attacking. They have to block at some point. Now Targnar is going to trade. Okay. Had to do it eventually. Running out of options, though. A Storm's Wrath, not a problem. Ancient Imperiosaur is out of range of the 4 damage. Huh. Ooh, more lands. That's not fun. Where's the thing that isn't a land? Seeing 3, 7, 11 lands in not even the top third. Yikes. Okay. Just play it. Just play it. Oh, I think that might do it, I hope. 7 for a 6/6 trample ward 2. That's not so great, but it's certainly better than nothing. Okay. What do they got up their sleeve? Nothing. No, more lands. Oh.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah. That was good. I'm glad I took down Bard class. They just got a little bit unfortunate, I guess. They didn't see it. Yes. A goodbye to Bard class. I should have a... Oh, that is Rodrigo. Speaking of goodbyes, I think that is a fantastic idea. I don't have a clip where somebody from some movie or show, whatever, is saying goodbye, but I think that would be quite nice. You know? Yeah, I gotta write that down. If you have any ideas of clips where somebody says goodbye, now, if you're watching right now or later on, and you think of something, pops into your mind, leave a comment or let me know. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna write it down. Home Alone, okay. Yeah. Oh, I love Home Alone. That will be good. Probably a lot of villains saying it. Or maybe the hero says it. Which would kind of make sense. The hero's taken down a villain in some movie and they say goodbye after they triumph over a fierce battle. I could make it work. Cavern of Souls, the source of red for marauding, Castle Garenbrig to help power out Tyrannix Rex. We would only need 1 more land for Regis or Alpha by turn 4. We'll give her a go. A little bit risky, but it certainly could work out splendid. Nah, I'll go with Castle Garenbrig to start. Not that Cavern of Souls and naming Dinosaur as our first land would be, well, revealing. Too revealing. Not that it would change anything. Live marauding, you can do it. At least 2 turns. I don't think that's going to happen. Counter spells and whatnot are coming in hot. At the very least, well, this marauding can't be countered. Hopefully they have a bunch sitting in their hand and now they're crying. Get them. Maybe they'll use Fatal Push on the marauding that's going to get powered up. And maybe that means the marauding that I just played is going to stick around because I have 2 of them. And then Regisaur Alpha is 4 on turn 4 and we play him. And he can't be countered. Oh, yes. When Macaulay Culkin's watching Angels with Filthy Souls or something. Yeah. He's got the Tommy gun and, pretends to shoot or... Yeah, I like that scene. Filthy Souls or Animals or something like that. Heartless act, it's painful. Lovely removal. But we might be removing the opponent if we can get to 6. We only need 1 more land. And it has to be a green source, unfortunately, for Castle Garenbrick. So this is where it gets a little bit rough. Oh, Dimir Mill. That's not good. That's not good. Huntmaster also not so great. Dimir Mill is no fun whatsoever. Painful. I wish I had Shifting Ceratops. Although that wouldn't even help too much anyways. Okay. It's not a dinosaur. We can't have protected it against counter spells. 1 more source of green. A forest. A stomping ground. Okay. Well, at least they can't counter this. And hopefully they only have counter spells. No removal. Drawing a bunch more that's going to mill us, unfortunately. Oh boy. Hopefully marauding sticks. Maybe it doesn't. Okay. Maddening Cacophony. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Oh, well. At the very least we get Topiary Stomper. We get to the next land. And it's just staying there. It's not like Hulking Raptor, which is a little bit better potential than Topiary, getting us 2 green. But this certainly is, well, it's very stable. That's what I want against a deck like this. We could play the Great Henge, but we'll definitely try for Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannosaurus Rex, depending if we draw. Okay. We have a lot of expensive stuff. It's kind of funny. They didn't mill a whole lot. It's actually quite hilarious. Yeah, we'll play this. They can't target it at the most. They could only make us sacrifice a creature, and we would sacrifice Topiary Stomper. I'm going to give this a whirl. This is probably our best bet at this point. Just get a nice big clock going. It could be a headache just getting rid of Tyrannosaurus Rex. They could mostly tap out, and if they're tapped out, we've got lots of good stuff to be playing next turn. Extinction Event. Okay, well they're not doing a whole lot for 1. That's for sure. I like it. Oh, folks. We got him. Watch this. We at least have to have 1 red. We make 7 in total. We use up that 1 red for Regisaur Alpha. 5 of the 7. 2 is left over. Maximum Galta reduction and maximum damage.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Ooh, that was good. Whew, man. Okay, Dimir Mill. Took him down. Love it. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is not too problematic when there are so many expensive creatures. If you did miss it though, each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with a total mana value 20 or more. It doesn't take too many cards to equal that mana value, so that thing is not too bad. They pay 3, we mill 5. I think it was 5, something like that. Maddening Cacophony is, yeah, worse a little bit. Tasha's Hideous Laughter could mill 10, 15 cards, which would be quite painful. But paying 3 to mill 5, not so great. Let me think though. Not a whole lot I could do differently. Kogla and Yadaro could just be nice for trample, haste, a big body, a little bit of interaction. Yeah, let's do it. Certainly want to keep in Tranix Rex. Planie's Hatcher, all that good stuff. I think we could stick enough bodies. They have a decent bit of removal, but they still have a lot of mill. So maybe stuff is going to stick around. Eventually it did stick. I do like this. It's no Castle Garenbig, eventually getting to Topiary, but of course they could have a counter spell, which would not be good. But I'm going to give it a go. I have a good feeling about this. Okay, that's alright. We could certainly reasonably see Castle Garenbig coming up sometime here. Ouch. The first card they milled was Marauding Raptor. That would have been nice to have a turn 2 play. That's not so good. Yeah, the +1, the painful +1. Definitely Topiary Stomper. Let's get to 4. Get another land. Get closer to Regisaur Alpha. Hopefully drawing a 5th land next turn. That would certainly be ideal. Oh. Interesting. As long as we can take out Jace or take him down a little bit next turn, that would be perfect. Imagine a counterspell is somewhere in the works, but I'm going to try for Planie's Hatcher and hope that doesn't happen. Drown in the Loch. Hey, that's alright. We had 8 cards in our graveyard, so they were able to counter or kill something with a mana value 8 or less. And Planie's Hatcher being 5, well, that was... Jace the Perfected Mind is probably going to do us in, and that's no fun. Another Drown in the Loch? Where's that Cavern of Souls when you need it? We would have just played it, and then they would have, just killed the creature anyways, but at least it would be a little bit more resilient. Jace, 7. 7 is not fun. Well, we'll try for Huntmaster and hope they don't have a 3rd Drown in the Loch or some other counter spell. Ouch. Maybe they're saving it for something a little bit more impactful, like this. Counter. No counter. Okay, well, at least we got Hulking Raptor down. Mostly dead-ish. If they went -7, we'd mill 21 cards. Target player mills 3 times X. That's not too good. I don't like seeing that. Coglin Yadaro next turn would be pretty nice. If I can get that 6 land, hasty, attack. Try to chip away at Jace. I think they're going to do they're going to do it. Okay, Tasha's Hideous Laughter coming in to maybe completely mill us, depending what is left. We only have 17. That's getting rough. That's not too bad. We couldn't have used Topiary Stomper anyways. They don't have a whole lot more they can do. Huh. They gotta do something at some point. Putting me to sleep, my goodness. And they found that land. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to play T-Rex with the ramp from Hulking Raptor. Thank you, good buddy. Whew. Man, that's good. Oh. That does the trick. Packs a punch. Hopefully everybody lives. Maybe they're going to go with Extinction Event. Something that exiles creatures. But Hulking Raptor is even. Tyrannosaurus Rex is odd. So we would be at least left with one body. I don't think they're winning this one. Oh, it's always lovely to take out Mill. Sometimes it doesn't happen. That's painful. You stick some bodies, or they just happen to mill some bodies, and then you draw a bunch of lands, and then they mill. And you see that they milled some creatures, and then you draw more lands, and yeah. It's not a pretty sight. Alright, good stuff. I'm just going to fight Shieldred because that seems pretty darn epic. Oh, ooh, ouch. Thumbs up. The turtle ape dinosaur sacrificed itself for the win to get us there. And we still would have done the trick, but I think a flashy finish like that is always nice. Okay. Dimir Mill, no Discover or Explore combo yet. Maybe people got it out of their system and they're playing other stuff because, well, if it just gets banned when it gets banned on Monday, then they want to practice up on something else, brush up on it. I still would be surprised if we didn't see it once tonight. Or everybody playing Discover combo is way high up, Diamond 1-ish, bouncing around in Mythic, playing that sort of thing. Or playing that stuff in Best of 1. I imagine in Best of 1, Discover combo is quite a bit more common, I would think. People not bringing in, super specific hate against it, although it doesn't take a whole lot to hate against that deck. Okay. Could work. I'm going to bet on that third land. Huntmaster reducing Hulking Raptor to 3, playing it on turn 3. Okay, we're not. Okay. Took a risk. A decent bit of black stuff tonight, though. Painful Thought Seizes. Going down hills. Oh. That makes the night all that much better. Discard a card and get the exact replacement. That is never going to get old. Golgari Midrange again. Very interesting stuff. If we get a third land and Huntmaster lives, we could do it again. Let's do it again. Oh boy, no fatal push. Oof. At least we got to play. Oh, and we would have been able to do it too. Routing for 1 red. Hulking for 2 green. That would have been mean. Live marauding, you can do it. I believe. Interesting that you didn't face a geological combo, huh? Phew. Oh, we got the 4th land. Good stuff. Alright. Nothing to make us sacrifice. No good. No Shieldred's Edict. I'm quite surprised to hear other people aren't facing it. Invoke Despair? Some say it ain't fair. Will dinos still get there? Oh, dinos will still get there. We'll go with Regisaur Alpha. If they have more sacrifice things. I don't want to lose Carnage Tyrant. If Regisaur survives, I still get to attack with Carnage Tyrant anyways. Because of haste. Get to attack with Carnage on the same turn. As if I had played it the previous one. Now what are they going to do? Destroy land. I search for land. I have still many castle Garen breaks. So I get to make... Oh, my goodness. I'm just going to play another Regisaur Alpha. That's what I'm going to do. Just get a bunch of bodies. Overwhelm them. They were expecting one thing, and then we did this. Bash them in. Beat them up good. Ooh. Hope they don't have a sweeper. I think that should do the trick. As long as there's no extinction event, but I do believe the token would still be left when they name odd, because Regisaur Alpha is an odd mana value. That's not going to do it. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, okay. Do I want to do anything different? Not so much, although seeing up the Beanstalk, I don't like seeing that. Lovely, lovely draw. It seems like they'll play up the Beanstalk and then just go invoke Despair to draw an extra card. Maybe we only have one creature to sacrifice or just a creature. They would draw a card because we wouldn't control an enchantment and a planeswalker. So that's 2, plus up the Beanstalk is a 3rd. It's probably the only enchantment that they have. You know what, let's trim Ancient Imperiosaur. They certainly have a lot of removal. There could be not many things to convoke. Ancient Imperiosaur could come down just as the 6/6. That's not so fun. And another Kogla, big time. Trim a Galta, because, again, they could be killing lots of stuff. It might be hard to get the queen down. And she is legendary, but at least we still have a copy of her. I don't like it. They mulliganed once though. You know what? I like it. Let's do it. We're on the draw. 3 chances to see the 3rd land by turn 3 for Topiary. Oh, there we go. Castle Gernbig to start. I don't have a turn 1 play and I don't have a forest, so that's beautiful. Oh, the extra beautiful. No Thoughtseize. They're ready and waiting with removal. Fatal Push. Bad. Shieldred's Edict, and just not there. And I don't have a care because we got Topiary. We get to the 4th land. Use removal on it and do it. Hopefully they don't. Would be nice to play the Great Henge next turn if we draw a 5th land. There you go. Good. Waste it. Well, not really waste it. If I played another creature and then they played another scarier creature, and then they played Shieldred's Edict, I wouldn't have to sacrifice. We'll go with Tranquil Frillback. See what we draw out. Gain a bit of life, nothing to destroy, and if they do play up the Beanstalk, I still have another Tranquil Frillback. That's alright. It draws out something, some answer, possibly. Castle Gernbig is a little bit rough, but again, if they're going to destroy something, they destroy that, so use the whole playset. You're going to be kicking yourself if you only have 1 or 2, they take it out, and you're like, oh darn, I should have used it. Used more. Put more in. Okay, at least we got Regisaur Alpha. That is good. That is not so good. That's not so bad. Yeah, Regisaur Alpha. They can't make us sacrifice it. We get a bit of damage through. If they don't have too much removal, they could be dead next turn. But I'm sure they have removal. That's good. Meathook Massacre is good. Well, ouch. Carplucent Forest, also nice. kind of tempted to go with Carnage turn, but I'm still going to go with Huntmaster and Tranquil Throwback. I can pay 2 green, so I gain a bit of life, and I take out the Meat Hook Massacre. That's fine by me. Decent enough. See what they do with that. Okay, no, that was pretty nice. Not so nice. I don't like Invoke Despair. Man. Plains Hatcher, let's do it. They only have a colorless. That's alright by me. Oh boy, there's no more sacrificing, destroying everything, no more Meat Hook Massacres, but they have a lot of cards. They keep drawing a lot of cards. That's not fun. Oh, the Elder Gargaroth. That's going to be pretty painful. Okay, how can we do this? Gulta for 4. Great Henge and Howard. Do I like the Great Henge? I kind of like the Great Henge. Huntmaster for 2. Gulta for 2. Great Henge for 2. That's what we're going to do. Or they just concede. Go over the throat. We got lots of lovely, lovely good bodies coming up. Maximum aggression. I don't feel like it. I want the haste of Plains Hatcher. We could be very explosive next turn, and Plains giving haste to all dinosaurs could be the make or break thing. Punching through the Elder Gargaroth, not caring about it whatsoever. Huh. Imagine they have removal for one of those tokens if I blocked with everything. Let's take it. I bet they would have done something to someone. Hopefully Plains lives. Ooh! Oh no, not Carnage Tyrant. Oh man, nuts. That's too bad. Okay, creature coming up. Let's chain a bunch of stuff. That's not good. Not good at all. Marauding Raptor. Okay. Whew. Strap yourselves in.
Get him a body bag! Yeah!
Hopefully, they get a body bag. Creature. Oh, creature. We got a creature. We got another creature. Go time. We're popping off. Woo! Another creature. Oh, we got another creature. Hasty. Everything hasty. Everything big. All right. Yeah. Oh, it's not another creature, but that might be good enough. Attack with everything. Go time. Send them all. They can gain 6 life with Elder Gargaroth's ability, but
Ruthless aggression!
oh!
You won! You did it!
That is certainly ruthless aggression. Oh my goodness. I love the Great Henge. 2 copies. I was using 1 for a while. I was using 3 and 4 at some times, but 1 didn't seem like quite enough. That won us the game. We would not have been able to punch through 2 Elder Gargaroths. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Love it. Marauding 1 red for a 9/4 haste. Regisaur 3 because of the reduction for 5 power haste with the other token and hulking raptor. Ooh, it doesn't get much better than that. I think that's a fantastic nightcap. Wildly different from last night. Nice to have a little bit of redemption, though, I must admit. Beautiful stuff. We saw Ancient Imperiosaur doing lovely things. Topiary Stomper helping to smooth out everything just that little bit. Got flooded here and there sometimes, but yeah. 2 definitely is the number. It is so amazing, but you don't want to see too many copies. But you want to see it more often than just having 1 copy. It's less than 3, it's more than 1. Pretty simple. I like to keep things as simple as possible, but hopefully you guys had a good time. Rodrigo, Parker, anybody else watching right now or later on, have a good rest of your time zone. Hopefully you don't have to shovel as much snow as I do, but I love the snow. I love the winter and the cold. Maybe I'll take another video at some point showing you guys once it builds up a little bit. It's not too crazy yet, but that is going to happen. Okay, see you next time. Have a good night and peace.